What is it about this family? The Brighton and Hove Academy has become the envy of the world for creating top-class players of late. But there is one local family that has been contributing to that reputation more than most, the Hinshellwoods, with Jack being the latest of the conveyor belt of an incredible 4 generations of footballers.
Great Grandad Wally playing, Grandad Paul, Dad Adam. This is the latest Hinshelwood.
We're just trying to follow on from my dad, my granddad, even my great-granddad. They all had incredible stories to tell, and now I'm just trying to sort of write my own.
I thought it was best to meet one of the oldest members of the clan first, Martin Hinshelwood.
I did a programme in the Palace game, Family Affair, and the brother, and that was with yourself.
There we go, Hinch.
Right.
Back in the day, great uncle to Jack. He's a former player himself and managed Brighton in the early 2000s.
I had a great record as a caretaker. Used to get a phone call on a Sunday, I've just sacked the manager, can you take over until we get it?
Let's go back to when it all started. Your dad, Walter.
You know, he was a right winger, a lot of ability. I think he was 16 when he was at Sutton United. Then he went to Fulham, enjoyed his football. And I think me and my brother got that from him. Paul was a young striker and started very successfully at Palace. Then had a bit of a rough patch there, and Terry Venables decided to, we're going to make you a fullback. And his career just took off from there, playing over 500 games at Palace, Millwall, Oxford, Colchester, and he won things for those clubs.
That's the first 2 generations. The third generation is Adam Hinshelwood,
yep,
who is Jack's dad. Did you give him his debut, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so you made sure that family tradition was running strong.
No, if he didn't deserve to be there, he would have played. Biggest problem he has was an injury, which is sad because as a defender, he would have been one of the best. He was comfortable on the ball, nothing fazed him. And nor with Jack a lot because nothing phases him.
Just before I sit down with Jack, I've got to touch base with his dad. He's managing up at York, so I'll give him a quick call. Have you lads got any signal up north, or what? You've been quoted, Adam, as saying even the Maldinis only have 3 generations. If that's right, you must be Paolo, yeah?
You're not seeing the looks and the hair.
It's good to catch up over Jack. He's been in and around dressing rooms ever since he was little. Do you think that's really helped his development?
Definitely. I think it's helped him mature. You see what it means to really work for getting 3 points, and I think sometimes in youth football that gets lost a little bit, the winning mentality, and a lot gets focused on the development, but to have that installed in you at a young age is quite important as well.
It seems to be what Hinshelwood trade, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all ultra competitive. The games in the garden get a little bit tasty.
And obviously the fans are delighted to have another local lad to help.
They have, and it helps when you score against your rivals as well.
Lapped around the back, decent crossing, what a lot he went for it, didn't get there, but Hinshelwood did!
He was very close to my dad, who was a big player at Palace.
Hinshelwood, the family tradition at both of these clubs.
See how much it meant to him when he scored. Jack would have grew up with lots of stories from my granddad and my dad, and he sat there and loved it.
Do you think that secret for the Hinshelwood is that knowledge that you've got to lean on at home?
You respect where each other has played. We're taking our advice, I suppose, off of people that have been there and done it, so I'm sure that does have a bit of a factor to play.
My final Hinshelwood of the day. What is it about this family?
Yeah, I think since I could walk, I remember kicking an inflatable ball. It's hard not to talk about football in our house, and I just love listening to all the stories that they've got to tell.
I mean, obviously, as an Hinshelwood, you live and breathe football. Unfortunately, not too long ago you injured, but I hear you turned into an honorary York fan.
Yeah, I definitely did. I think, obviously, when my dad got the move, it was quite a good opportunity to go up there and support him as well, because as much as he loves supporting me, I love supporting him. I was up there for when he got his first win there, and it was a last-minute winner, and that was a special feeling and a special day in itself.
And you still get the feedback phone call after all games, don't you?
Yeah, of course. He's on the coach home and I'm in the car or whatever. And
so hold on a second, who gets preference? Do you speak about your performance first or his result?
If he's won, then we'll speak about his result. If not, then we might just not mention it, but that's always better when we both won.
We caught up with your great uncle Martin. He was one of the men that had quite a hand to play in Lewis Dunk's development of the football club. How has he been in the first team for you?
Donkey and Solly, they're both great.
Can't help but smile when you see his name.
They know what it's like to be the boy breaking through, and I think it does mean that little bit extra when we pull on the shirt.
And my last question for you, who is the best Hinshelwood there's ever been?
Oh, wow. No, you can't put me on that.
The best,
Yeah.
I would say my brother.
My granddad, Paul.
Jack's just started his career, but my brother proved that you get a knockback from playing in a certain area, you're going to play somewhere else.
My dad had a couple of years playing in the top division. Jack's managed to get there.
But it all started with my great-grandfather, Wally. He was an unbelievable character from the time I spent with him, and he's the one who started it all off, so I think a lot of credit has to go to him.
Well, you've got a brilliant, amazing career ahead of you, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Glenn. Thank you.
Oh, I love